Good afternoon. I hope everyone is doing well. This is Dr. Dahan Live Show. Happy to have you here. Please make sure to call us and ask any questions that you may have. 888-67-DAHAN, 888-673-2426. This is your show, doctors. This is where we share principles, wisdom, invaluable tools, insights, and inspiration to help you become the ultimate hair health providers. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Dahan Live Show, and turn on the notifications so you will always get the latest releases. We're discussing today the need or possible contention of online reviews. What have they become and what is it today? Do we really need online reviews? What does it do? I'm going to give you some statistics that show really what online reviews are all about. And these are recorded statistics, not numbers which I came up with, things which are real and things which make up who we are today and what we have. I've been watching, interestingly enough, a lot of videos on the internet, about the internet, what the government is doing with Mark Zuckerberg, what they're doing with Google, what the Senate is questioning about their power and what's happening today in the world because of the internet. It's a very interesting concept. I personally believe that the internet is a great tool, but of course it has to be constantly monitored as to what it can do and to what effect it goes to. So this is a concept about you, about your office. If you think about it for a second, I've been in practice for 10 years. I have a great office. I'm a great doctor. And I've worked really hard to build my practice. Comes the internet, and now a patient comes into my office, for whatever reason, is not pleased with my care, which happens, as you know. It's not always that patients are always pleased with their care. It could be an issue. It could be a front desk person. It could be an overbooking. It could be a mishandling of a question, or perhaps a mistake or an error made in a billing, and the patient now is upset. That patient writes a negative review. And what happens? Suddenly numbers of referrals, or generating of leads, as they call it, decreases. And now, for whatever reason, 2-3 weeks later, I get another second negative review. And the whole system falls apart. And now we're having a hard time bringing patients to us. Let me share with you some statistics. It says that 90% of all consumers read online reviews before visiting a business. 90%. That is amazing if you think about that. But that's what they do before visiting a big business. It says that 88% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. That means that if a sibling, my brother or my sister, or a friend of mine whom I've known for years, a colleague of mine at work, tells me to go to this doctor, I will hold as much value to what they have to say because of my trust and our relationship, which I've based over many years with these people, as I would with online reviews. That's quite amazing. It says another thing is customers are likely to spend 31% more on a business with excellent reviews. That means that if you're rated high, you'll get even more reviews. These numbers are phenomenally dangerous if you don't render the best of healthcare or if you make a mistake. It says customers also, the 72% of them that have a positive review and basically to that office will trust that local business more. 72%. They say that a positive review make them trust a local business more than anything else. Think about that. That means that 3 out of 4 people believe that whatever it says on those reviews, that's really at the end of the day what they're going to trust. That is phenomenal. It is great and it is dangerous. 92% of all users will use a local business if it has at least 4-star rating or more. So what happens again to that mistake that you made and somebody gave you a 2-star rating or a 1-star rating? That drops all of your ratings because of that. 72%, it says, of consumers will take action only after reading a positive review. That means that if they visit your website or they visit a landing page that you've created and you've worked hard at it, you've paid a lot of money, put a lot of efforts, they will only take action after they read their positive reviews. Listen to this, another thing. 86% of people will hesitate to purchase from a business that has a negative review. 86%. These are numbers that can be staggering and completely destroying your clinic or your office or your business if you don't pay attention. 1-star increase. This is by Yelp now. And I want to say something about Yelp. Nothing that I don't have anything negative about Yelp, but you should know that Yelp is very difficult to deal with. All advertising agencies with whom I have discussed this issue, they say that Yelp is the hardest to deal with in any way, shape, or form on the side of the business, not on the side of the consumer. 1-star increase on Yelp leads to a 5 to 9% increase in a business. I mean, that's amazing. And the revenue itself of one negative could cost 30 customers. So 1-star increase. So if you go from 4 to 5 or 3 to 4, but they mention in the ad 4 to 5, 1-star increase. It's an increase of 5 to 9% in that business revenue. But one negative cost the customers about 30 of them to drop out. That's a lot. It's just a lot. And there's not much that we could do. So how do we deal with that? And how do we deal with some of these things? Well, first, let me decide and explain how to deal with negative reviews. I'm going to give you some points and things that are important. We tell this to all of our clients nationwide. And believe me, because we have over 1,200 centers in 45 states, and I've been doing this for years, I've seen the trend grow from one to the other, and things have changed. This online review has become phenomenally important. Number 1, how to deal with negative review. Please write it down, make sure you do it, and follow these steps. Trust me, this is to your benefit. This is to your benefit. Number 1, respond promptly. It gets posted, boom, you should get a notification. As a matter of fact, you should use a system. One of them, by the way, is Bird Eye. Not plugging it, but it's one of the best systems that I see out there. Use a system which promotes immediately notification, which gives you the notification as soon as it happens. So number 1, respond promptly. Number 2, be real and admit the mistake. Whatever it is, be real, admit it. Number 3, correct any inaccuracies. Whatever is done, whatever happened, however it happened, correct it. Get rid of it. Correct it in such a way that makes sense, and get rid of it in such a way that they understand what you've done. Next, when you write a comment, a reply to that person who wrote the negative review, highlight your strengths. Highlight it in such a way where it makes sense of who you are. I'm not saying pumping yourself. I'm just saying make sure that you say what it is that you have. Next, write like a person, not a corporation. We duly acknowledge and apologize for the inconvenience. No. Just say, I'm so sorry for what happened. And I can tell you that as the owner of the clinic, I would never accept this, and I'll be sure that this never happens again. Speak like a person. Make sure that they know who you are and what you've done. If you can, number 7 on our list, take it offline. If you can, if you're able to remove it, if you're able to speak to the person who put it, who wrote it, who posted it, and have it removed. Next, if you have to, provide, if necessary, if warranted, restitution of the fund. Let's say you've charged them for something and they believe it was done inappropriately or in a way that was not authorized or in a way which was not, according to them, necessary. Restitute the money. That often will solve that issue. Remember, we're talking here about a patient, and if you have a negative review, you could lose 30. So think about those numbers. Those are important. Next, ask as many patients as you have. people who are close to you or are loyal patients, to share their experiences. Get as many reviews as you can. If you have a lot of great reviews, a couple negative reviews will be buried. They'll be pushed down to the bottom. Number 9 is be consistent. Be consistent in your answers and in your follow-up so that it makes sense of what you're doing. Don't just go all over the place. Number 10, understand how rating works. Understand what it is that you have. If you subscribe to a program, if you subscribe to an app or a platform that you've purchased, understand how this works. You should get notification. So these are the 10 things which I recommend in order to get rid of negative reviews. Now, what should we do about getting positive reviews? First and foremost, ask the patient. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you saying to a patient, would you mind helping other people receive the care such as you've received and sharing that idea with them? I love what I do. I have been in practice for many years. And I want to be sure that many people as possible, receive the same type of health care and get the same opportunities as you have. Would you mind, please, putting a positive review so that we can grow our business and treat as many people as possible? You see, so I don't present it as, please help me grow my business, but please help me help others. See the difference? Help me help others grow. That's what makes a difference. And from there, you should be able to get positive reviews. I hope this was helpful. This is the subject of the day. Make sure to contact us. Again, as I said before, you can call at any time, 888-67-DAHAN, 888-673-2426, or you can email your questions at any time at drdahan@dahanlive.com, drdahan@dahanlive.com. Make sure, please, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is your channel for you, the Dr. Dahan Live Show, and turn on the notification so that you will always get the latest releases.